that in 1968, when Dr. King was killed, there was more black home ownership in 1968 than there is in 2025. We're making the electric slide backwards because we have glorified being renters and not being owners. But I'm speaking to somebody who's got ears today, that God is getting ready to curate generational wealth for your household. I can't hear nobody. Something is getting ready to happen. Something meaningful is getting ready to take place. We'll talk about the California fires later on in our worship service, but you ought to be mindful that the Pasadena and Altameda community represented one of the very first black middle-class communities in America. 75% of those homes are third-generation black wealth continuously. So for State Farm to cancel 75,000 policies 3 months before the fires erupted that markedly impacts black and brown households is an indictment on this country. How many of you all know God can work through the fire? I will look to the hills from whence cometh my help. My help cometh from the Lord. I want God to put you in such a financial secure place that you'll be able to work for yourself. I want you to be in such a financially secure place that your name moves from the back of the front check to the front of the check. How many of you believe the Bible is true? I'm supposed to be a lender and not a borrower. I am the head and not the tail. You got to be careful because we are really bowing ourselves to the Messiah of money. We have made money our God. And as a consequence, we have lost vision for what God is calling us to do. Shame on both Nelly and Snoop Dogg for selling their souls just to tap dance in front of the master. But I need some people who are resolute enough in their mind. You can't pay me to play myself. You can't pay me to reduce what it is that God has put in front of me. But it is not just on a stage, it is on a place of consciousness. I don't want you to ever have to work where you are tolerated. I want you to only work where you are celebrated, where they recognize your gift, your intelligence, and your prowess. You are not on your job because of affirmative action. You are on that job because you know how to take care